Hi everyone, this week we're launching a new grid set for Facebook which is compatible with their newly updated website. However, we're aware that many of you will be used to accessing Facebook from FastTalker, which you may have spent a lot of time personalizing, and you don't want to lose those changes by updating to a new grid set. So in this video, I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can use the new Facebook and still keep your existing FastTalker grid set. The first method requires no editing at all. The second method just needs you to edit 2 cells, whilst the third one is a bit more advanced and needs a few more changes. So here is my Grid Explorer, and you can see that I have my personalized FastTalker and the new Facebook grid set here. If you don't have it already, you can add the new grid set by first of all making sure that your copy of Grid has been updated. And once you're updated, if you go to Menu, Add Grid Sets and Accessible Apps, then you'll be able to scroll down and select the new Facebook grid set and add it from there. So the simplest way to use both of these grid sets is to simply come back to Grid Explorer when you want to change between them. So if I'm in FastTalker, for example, I can go to the Settings grid and choose Grid Explorer and then open Facebook. And then once I'm done with Facebook, I can select More and then Grid Explorer. So I can just switch between the 2 grid sets in that way. The second method, which I'm going to use, allows you to switch directly between the 2 grid sets without coming back to Grid Explorer every time. And for this, I'll need to edit 1 cell in FastTalker and 1 cell in Facebook to make that happen. So before I make the changes, I'm going to make a copy of my grid set so that if it all goes wrong, I can get back to where I started. So to do that, it's Menu and Add Grid Sets and Copy Grid Set. And I'll choose FastTalker. So I'm going to rename that copy. I'm going to Menu, Arrange. And I'm going to call this one Method 2 because this is our second way of switching between the grid sets. And then finish arranging. Okay, so I'll open my copy of FastTalker and navigate to the Web Apps grid. And now I'm going to go to Menu and Edit. Now select the Facebook cell. And I'm going to delete the commands that are on this already, just by clicking on the cross, like so. And then select Add Command. And then I'm going to scroll down to Grid 3 Settings. And then I'm going to choose the Change Grid Set command. And OK. And then here in the drop down, I need to select Facebook. And then I can do Finish Editing, Save Changes. And when I select this cell, that has now switched to the Facebook grid set. And I'll need to make 1 edit in this one too. So again, Menu and Edit. And then I'm going to select More. And on this cell here, I'm going to change the commands on this. So I'm going to delete the Grid Explorer command and then Add Command. And again, it's a Change Grid Set command, but this time I'm going to choose FastTalker. And it was the Method 2 grid set that I was editing. So now I'm going to change the label on this cell. And change that to FastTalker, and I'm going to change the symbol there to a grid symbol, and then finish editing and save changes. And you can see that that takes me straight into my Fast Talker grid. So that's it, we're all done. The third method you could use is to import the new Facebook grids into your Fast Talker grid set, and then you wouldn't need to switch between two grid sets at all. So to do this, you'll need a copy of the new Fast Talker that's got those new Facebook grids in it to import from. And so again, once you've made sure that your copy of grid is up to date, to add that grid set, it would be add grid sets, and it's in text communication and Fast Talker. I'm also going to add another copy of my original to work on. So again, it's add grid sets, copy grid set, and I'm just going to rename that one to method 3. I'll open up my personalized copy of Fast Talker, and I'm going to go into edit mode and click on the blue grid set tab. And then in the search box here, just type Facebook and find the grid called Facebook Home. Select it and then delete. And we get a warning that jumps from other grids might stop working if we delete this grid. Just say yes. Now we see a message telling us that there are other grids which we can no longer get to, and do we want to delete them? And we're going to say yes to that because that's going to delete all the other Facebook grids that we've got currently. And you can see that they've all disappeared now. So we've removed the old Facebook grid sets that don't work anymore, and now we need to add in the new ones. So we go now to add from another grid set, and we're going to add them from that new copy of Fast Talker that we added. And again, in the search box, just type Facebook, and then we need to add all of these grids in. So we do have to go through and click all of these. So just make sure you don't leave any out. And then it's worth just scrolling back up just to make sure you didn't miss any. They're all highlighted, so we've selected all of those and we click add, and you see that those appear now in my grid set. And then save all changes, finish editing, and we now have in our existing Fast Talker grid set all the new Facebook grids. So now we have everything that we need within this one grid set here. So we could go through and delete these grid sets that we no longer need. So hopefully now you're all equipped to make the changeover. As always though, our support team is on hand if you need further help. You can find all the different ways of contacting them on our website at thinksmartbox.com.